Hey there, Judah Vitale, functional nutritionist and educator here. And I wanted to talk with you today about liver detoxification, or what I like to call biotransformation, and how important this really is. I consider it one of the foundational elements to health, because proper liver detoxification is absolutely crucial for hormone balance. And one of the main things I see with people is an imbalance in hormones, whether it be their sex hormones like progesterone and estrogen, testosterone, DHEA, or their thyroid hormones, as well as their hypothalamic pituitary hormones. And liver health is one of the key things for this. It's one of the foundational elements. And the purpose of detoxification, when the liver is really doing its job properly, is to take fat-soluble, what are called polar compounds, and convert them into non-polar water-soluble compounds that can be eliminated via the urine, the feces, and the sweat. And so there's three main phases to detoxification. There's phase one, which takes the fat-soluble compound, the polar compound, and it actually will make it more toxic. It runs it through a process, making it more concentrated or more toxic. It actually attaches a complex to it, so that in phase two it can be what's called conjugated, and that's what phase two is called. It's called conjugation, and this requires methylation, glucuronidation, sulfation, acetylation. So there's a variety of steps that happen in this process, and that second phase is able to take this concentrated toxin and convert it into a nonpolar water-soluble toxin that can enter into phase three detoxification, which is elimination. And the three main eliminatory routes are in the bile, that goes down into the intestines and binds to fiber and gets run out in the feces, via the urine, as well as via sweat. So those are the three main ways that we clear toxins from the body. And one of the key roles with the liver is to transform and clear endocrine disruptors, whether they be endogenous or exogenous, internally produced or externally produced, hormones, and xenoestrogens. So what we're faced with today in the modern world is that we are bombarded by exogenous hormone mimickers. Things called xenoestrogens, and these are artificial estrogens that can bind to our own body's estrogen receptor sites and block natural estrogen from doing its job. And so we see this in plastics, pesticides, a variety of synthetic chemicals. And what will happen is that if the liver becomes impaired or sluggish, it gets, say, bogged down from overexposure to toxins. Maybe you live in a highly toxic environment. Maybe you consume a lot of processed foods, or you see people who use aluminum deodorants, things like this, that the body has a very difficult time processing, and the liver can get sluggish. And so when you have people presenting to you with impaired hormone conversion issues, maybe hypothyroid is a key one, because 60% of our thyroid hormones, T4 specifically, is converted into the biologically active T3 in the liver. And if the liver is bogged down, that hormone conversion doesn't take place properly, and you get reduced T4, T3 conversion, leading to a hypothyroid situation. So this is just one example. We also see how this affects the estrogens and progesterones in the body. And so what will happen when there's impaired hormone detoxification, or impaired hormone metabolism, is that hormones will actually accumulate in the blood, which can lead to hormone receptors becoming less active. And as these hormone receptors become less active, what presents is hormone deficiency symptoms. So there's actually a buildup of the hormone in the blood. The receptors become desensitized to that hormone because there's so much buildup in the blood and overexposure. And then what happens is symptoms arise that look like hormone deficiency. So this can be really tricky when we're looking at this on labs and you see somebody that's presenting with like, well, you ran a serum hormone panel on them, serum estrogen, serum progesterone, and everything looks normal, yet they're still presenting with hormone deficiency signs and symptoms, right? So as this process goes on, the effect of improper hormone metabolism will lead to altered hormone expressions. And so one of the first things that we can do to start improving somebody's hormone sensitivity or their hormone balance is to improve liver detoxification or biotransformation. And one of the key ways to do that is to eliminate or at least minimize the person's exposure to sources of endocrine disruptors and xenoestrogens. So you want to get them away from the pesticides, you want to get them away from aluminum-containing antiperspirants and deodorants, get them eating at least 80% organic, 80-20 rule as far as organic is concerned, getting rid of environmental chemicals that might be in their home, cleaning agents, things like that. Clearing out any kind of heavy metal issues that they might have. So you want to minimize exposure to xenoestrogens. Stop drinking out of plastic water bottles is a big one. Using canned foods that have BPA or bisphenol A in them, because that's a major hormone mimicker or endocrine disruptor. So then you start to improve their diet, and one of the things that I like to do is to make sure that people are getting at least 5 to 9 servings of cruciferous vegetables a week. And by eating a lot of cruciferous vegetables, you start to improve the detoxification pathways. Then you can start to work with supplements like glutathione, liposomal glutathione, N-acetylcysteine to boost glutathione levels, herbs that are bitters like dandelion root and milk thistle, turmeric root, these things that are going to enhance liver detoxification. And then get them on a healthy lifestyle, so minimizing stress. So this is just a few key things that I like to do to get people's hormone metabolism efficient and proper, and clean up the liver so that they can actually properly convert and metabolize their hormones. I hope this is of benefit to you today, and I hope you have a nourishing day.